Yo, what's up guys? Yeah, PokeaimMD here with an RU Showdown Live. This time we're going to be using Talonflame, or Talonflame team that my buddy EonX created. I've been getting comments asking me to use Talonflame, asking for my thoughts on it, and honestly, of course, with the Gale Wings nerf, Talonflame took a hard hit. Having to be at full HP in order to have your Gale Wings actually activate sucks. It means you can't priority roost on people, it means you can't just spam Brave Bird. Though Talonflame is still a very fast Pokemon, which has a lot, especially in the RU tier, being able to outspeed key threats such as Swellow in this tier. Swellow being one of the fastest Pokemon in this tier outside of like Pokemon such as Crobat and whatnot. Assuming Crobat's still in this tier, I actually forgot off the top of my head. I know RU has been, it lost a lot of Pokemon and it gained a bunch of Pokemon too. And some Pokemon got quick banned like Suicune, so I definitely want to take on the RU tier with this Talonflame team. Now this team does have sand on it, which means that my Talonflame, if it comes in on anything, like on a double, it'll take 6% from sand, and then my Gale Wings won't work, unfortunately. So I've been swapping back and forth between Flame Body and Gale Wings. Both have been working. All I gotta do is play Talonflame up, like, I have to play it really well when I have Sandstorm up, obviously, so I can't bring it in. I have to like double around, I have to roost, wait for sand to end. So I've been playing around with Flame Body as well. I want to test it out. But we have Jolly SD, FlyMZ, Talonflame with Sandstorm or Sandstream, Gigalith, excuse me, for rocks, as well as a Swallow check with Defogging Sandveil Gligar, which is really fun. Scarf Heracross with Moxie, Life Orb Shaman, and then defensive Cobra Berry Slowbro as a setup sweeper. Especially with Suicune on, this thing is going to be so nasty. And having Cobra Berry is nice for Pokemon such as Crawdont and whatnot. But let's just look for some games. Of course, like I said, I don't have too many points on this account, but what's a better way to actually get points than, you know, record? So I wanted to try out the RU tier. I wanted to see what mons were down here now. I like my opponent's team. I swear I used something similar to this. Also, if you guys want to check out the Beast Boost shirt merchandise, they're available till March 30th. You can get hoodies, you can get shirts, mugs, and stickers. Link is down below. But we got a game. I like my opponent's team. Comfy is a threat, man. Thank God Talonflame absolutely devours my opponent's team. You heard that Jamvat word? Devour. I actually spoke to Jamvat today. It was really nice catching up with my buddy. I'm leading off a Gigalith because it basically gets up sand and gives me the best lead possible versus Heliolisk, I think, in my opinion. Alternatively, I could lead off with, wow, Araquanid is a huge threat. Araquanid is a huge threat to my team. In fact, it's so much of a threat that I actually don't want to lead off with Gigalith because I'll immediately be in a bad position. I'm going to lead off with Talonflame. Talonflame, I think, is the only lead that scares out Araquanid and makes me not lose to it turn one. Have fun. I got a fan here. That's cool, though. But Talonflame is basically the best lead that gives me the best lead matchup versus something like Araquanid. I swear this is Shell Smash Turtonator and all that stuff. But yep, Araquanid, just as I expected. I really want to play aggressively and predict the Donphan. If anything, you go for liquidation here if you did stay in. I'm going to double out into my Shaman, predicting Donphan. That way we could just start firing off some Seed Flares, maybe get some special defensive drops, but def drops, and from there, just hopefully win with Talonflame in the back. All I have to do is break Donphan sturdy to win with Talonflame. So, should be good. I got to keep Slowbro healthy as well as my Gligar for Lucario. In fact, I actually don't like Psychic on this thing. I'm going to put Earth Power back on it. He said you could use Psychic or Earth Power. I'm going to double out here. Let's see. We caught the Donphan. Beautiful. So we can just throw off some nice Seed Flares now. This is Life Orb Seed Flare. Has that chance to get the double Spadef drop on my opponent. And I don't see any switchings at all. I see no switchings, especially if I get Spadef drop. So it's such a really good. This puts me in the best position I think possible. I do wish I had Earth Power though. It would be really nice for Turtonator, and even Lucario. But I should be good versus those. Right back onto Araquanid. Let's see if it's Assault Vest. No Spadef drop. That's a little sad for me. This is a tough mon, man. This is tough for me to deal with because I can get up rocks, right? I could go out into. That has to be Assault Vest. That has to be Assault Vest. I did not. You know what? I'm a Sea Flare again. I know I'll live a Leech Life, and Liquidation's so tough for me to switch into. I have nothing on my team that wants to switch into Liquidation, so I'm going to stay in Sea Flare again. If I do get the Spadef drop, even after Leech Life recovery, I will be able to knock him out. Yep. That's what I pretty much was hoping for. And I do eat this, so... yeah, and he still doesn't have any switch-ins for this. Nothing that wants to come in. We can just get another... we can get our kill right here with the Seed Flare. I think that was still my best play. It wasn't worth switching into maybe Talonflame to get the burn body. The Water Bubble also means it can't be burnt, so obviously I can't do that. Flame Body would be... Flame Body's still good, though, for stuff like Lucario and things like that, but still no switch-ins to this Seed Flare. Assuming we are able to hit the next one, we will be able to knock out a Araquanid, which would be really good for Slowbro. Though I'm assuming Slowbro can take on a Araquanid, especially if I Toxic it with Gigalith. I'm not sure, though. I definitely need to be careful, though. I do have Synthesis, so I kind of want to predict him to switch right here, but at the same time, what does it switch into this? Is it Lucario? You're going to take half. You're going to take half from a Life Orb Seed Flare. A Turtonator comes out. 25%, and we get the Spadef drop. Okay. So, this is 90 base power. Yeah, that was 4 times. This is going to knock him out. That's definitely going to knock him out. As Comfy is going to come out. Very solid play because you can go right for your Draining Kiss. I could actually go Talonflame and get the burn on him right now, but I think I'm just going to go out to Gigalith because we can throw off a Toxic and start pretty much wearing down the Donphan, which is, I would assume, would come in. That way we could go for game with Talonflame in the back, because this is a very... oh, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Draining Kiss, Leech Seed. You might actually... would you go Lucario here? I have Gligar in the back. I'm not worried about Lucario. I'm going to go for Toxic again. Yeah, I don't care about that Mon. Alright, so we managed to land it on the Donphan, which is great. I'm assuming he's going to go for his Stealth Rock if he wants to, but I can go right out to Gligar. I do apologize if you hear yelling in the background. They're saying that the food come here, but I can't. I haven't, unfortunately, brought my desk to the other side. Sandville is active, though, stopping dodging the knockoff, which is pretty clean, I'm not going to lie. And now that I know my opponent has knockoff, I'm positive my opponent actually doesn't have the Ice Shard. Since Rapid Spin, Knockoff, Stealth Rock, Earthquake is what I'm expecting it to be. So I'm going to U-turn out into my Shaman just in case he wants to go for Rocks. I guess he could go for Knockoff again as well. The fact that Donphan Sturdy is broken is, again, so great for Talonflame. It's so great for Talonflame. Because Talonflame will knock it out with +2 Supersonic Sky Strike. So he could go for Knockoff again, but I'm going to make the Shaman play just in case he goes for Rocks on the off chance. Lovely. And this does give me a really solid heal with the Synthesis. So this is great for me. Gives me a nice heal with Synthesis. Back up at pretty much not full, but and I'll be good to take this guy on. I actually don't even care about this mod. I'm gonna go for Synthesis again. You can't Leech Seed me. Calm Minding up isn't gonna be too much of an issue for me, I think. Especially because I can go right out into my unless you have Aromatherapy as your last move. I'm not sure. But Gigalith does have great Spadef, and I can Toxic this guy. Though I do want to defog as well, that way Talonflame can beat it 1v1. So what we'll end up doing is we're going to Toxic here. Can this hit? I know I just missed Knockoff, but why is my Toxic not landing? Why does it always land right here? Let me hit this. Let me hit this right now, please. I just want to hit the Comfy, that way I don't lose to it. I have to defog away the rocks, that way Talonflame can OHKO this thing, but I'm not worried because Talonflame does naturally resist his attack, and the fact that you might actually have Aromatherapy. Do you actually have Aromatherapy? I want to find out. So we're gonna switch out into not Talonflame, excuse me. 50% rocks are up. We're gonna switch out into our Gligar right here and attempt to defog this away, as he does have the Aromatherapy. Okay, that's good to know. I'm still not too worried because I will be able to defog right here. That does nothing. That does absolutely nothing. I can afford to actually just roost. I can definitely afford to roost here. You're not doing any damage to me. You have 14 more, and I'm going to be U-turning out into an actual resist in the back. So, having Aromatherapy, though, it is a little bit annoying. Donphan is still extremely low, and I can roost this off and get off a nice and slow U-turn on my opponent. A very slow U-turn, allowing me to bring in Talonflame. And just start SDing up, honestly. I'm probably doubting the damage, or I'm probably overestimating the damage, how much I'll take for this, but we're going to go for SD. I'm positive I'll be able to tank this. And at +2 I knock out Turtonator as well. I'm positive I'll tank this though. I really am. It's only +3 and Comfy is not that strong. There's no way this does over 40%, I'm saying. Or thinking. And plus, Draining Kiss also has a chance to burn my opponent. Because I do have the Flame Body. I'm pretty sure that's how it works because it also works with Rocky Helmet. So I'm pretty sure it will work with Flame Body as well. And every single time it gets burnt, that's also another chance where I can potentially just roost on him and just beat him 1v1. So if he wants to go for the Leech Seed, I'm assuming he's also Big Root. Just based on the fact that I have, or he has nothing for this. What does he need? He's messing up. Does he think he has? Does he think he loses? Well, Donphan is going to come out. We can avoid taking any recoil at all by going right for the Supersonic Sky Strike, knocking that guy out, and still being at full HP. Also, we are, I guess you could say, bluffing the fact that I have, instead of Flame Body, the fact that I have any other attack, like, what's it called? That I have Gale Wings. So he sacks Comfy, which I'm completely fine with. I'm completely fine with that Mom going down. I think he was trying to get off some recoil on me. That way, I think he was trying to get off recoil on me. That way Lucario can knock me out. But we should be able to hit him with the Brave Bird after. Knock him out. Nice. And I'm still out of range of Lucario. So like I said, Talonflame was the way to go. I'm surprised my opponent ended up sacking the Comfy there. But Talonflame is definitely the way to go. It should still be faster than Turtonator if it does get to +2. I also have Scarf Lucario at the end of the day that can, or Scarf, excuse me, Heracross at the end of the day that can just click Close Combat now and proceed to win. So let's click Brave Bird here. Extreme Speed will not be able to knock us out. We can knock him out with the Brave Bird. Lucario is gone. Beautiful. And actually I want to go out to Gigalith because Gigalith stops Turtonator from setting up. Eats it up, and as well as the fact that I could also get a Brox here, but I don't think that matters at all. I'm just gonna throw for Rock Blast. I could also go for the, I guess I could go for Earthquake. Yeah, Rock Blast hits everything. The Earthquake is the probably safer play. I'm pretty sure Gligar will take a +2 Draco Meteor, and plus he has to have Z Bloom Doom in order to knock me out. And at +2 speed, he's not faster than Scarf Heracross anyway. So another play I can make is also going for Rocks, but we're just going to go for Rock Blast because it will be able to knock out Turtonator after a Shell Smash. It also is able to knock out Araquanid. Bloom Doom won't be able to knock me out because we are in, well, it's not Solar Beam, so actually it might be able to knock me out. No, I still get Spadef Boost. I was thinking that Solar Beam, because his Bloom Doom is if it has Solar Beam, right? So Solar Beam is, its power is weakened in other forms of weather that are not, I know in rain it's weakened, pretty sure in sand it's weakened too, if I'm not mistaken. But obviously Gigalith does, I think, this Spadef. Either way, he has no Rock Blast switching, and then Heracross cleans up in the end anyway. So, yeah, his best play was a Shell Smash. Maybe I should have just gone right for the Earthquake, though, because just in case this Rock Blast misses. But we do manage to connect. Nice. Going to be able to knock out Turtonator right there. Araquanid can come out if it wants to. It's going to go for Liquidation here. It should be faster as well. Huh. This non is annoying, man. Throw off a Toxic. Just in case I manage to live anything. I doubt I'm living. But just in case. Because I do have Stone Edge on Heracross, right? But I don't want to have to land that. So if he does, by any chance, go for a Leech Seed here. Leech Life, excuse me. Sorry that I'm mixing up everything. If he does go for Leech Life there, I could have went out into something like a Heracross to take it on. What we're going to do, though, is go out to Shaman first, just to weaken him. Even though you do recover with Leech Life, as long as Seed Flare hits, I'll be doing 38% constant and putting him in range of close combat from Heracross. And if it's something like Scarf Healerless, for example, as long as I have Heracross, Gligar, and Slowbro, there's no one move it can lock itself into that could beat us both down. That did so much damage, man. Yeah, that did not do enough for my opponent. So I can knock him out with the next Seed Flare. And even if I don't, let's say he goes out to Heliolisk here, and then to Revenge Kill me, I can just go right for the I miss. I mean, I guess we have to go for the, I guess I have to go for the, No, I can win this game right now. Yeah, I can win this game right now. We're Defog here. That way I'll hit Stone Edge. As he misses Liquidation. The irony. But we'll Defog here. That way Stone Edge will hit. Or at least try and weaken him down a bit with the Sandveil, man. Sandveil is such a good ability. But what I'm just trying to do is put him in range of my close combat, it seems now. Yeah, I think close combat just wins. Close combat should just win the game. That close combat definitely wins. Yeah. So, we'll go for Earthquake again. There's no way you can get off enough damage on me, and, do I want to go for close combat? Do I want to? What if it is Scarf Heliolisk, huh? What if it is Scarf Heliolisk? If it's Scarf Heliolisk, I still play around with Spadef drops anyway. We're just gonna go for close combat, knock him out, and, I guess I'll switch out to Slowbro just in case. I think I'm playing so, I'm playing it so safe, but I'm positive it's not Scarf Heliolisk. I'm positive it's like Life Orb or something, but we'll go Slowbro. That's fodder. As it's Life Orb, yep. Because I'm pretty sure this was a variation of a team that I used before, and we'll be able to knock him out to close combat, and that'll be a good game. So, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I definitely played the end game very, very, very safe. There was ways I could have won a lot faster. This guy has 5 Pokemon. Is that on purpose? What the hell? It doesn't even look like it. It looks like he has 4 Pokemon. We're gonna play this game out. We're gonna play this game out. I don't care. The thing is, his 5 Pokemon are actually threats too to my team. But they're Talonflame food. We're going to lead off with Gigalith because it beats Archeops as a lead. Unfortunately, he's off with 1 Pokemon that actually destroys my entire team. Good lord. Holy crap. I want to keep this Mon alive because it deals with Drampa as well as Archeops and can also Toxic Florges. I think Shaman is the best switching. Oh, he's physical. Okay, I've never seen a physical Clawitzer in my life. Ever. So I'm definitely less scared of it now that it's not. That's not special. I mean, we are on the bottom of the ladder, so what can you expect? We're gonna have a little bit of fun with this live. Though, yeah, I'll just fire off a Seed Flare. It doesn't matter if you have Resist of Seed Flare when it's a move that has a 40% chance to just drop your special defense. Is this Sap Sipper? No, it's Cloud9. Nice. So if I get a Spadef, oh my god. And I got the Spadef drop too, so I can knock it out with Dazzling Gleam. Holy crap, that damage. Majambots. I'm just the children. Help me. Man, that's how I would be crying out for help too if I just got crit by Seed Flare. That's a little bit unfortunate, but we're gonna be able to knock him out with that nice and powerful Dazzling Gleam. I really do love Shaman. Shaman's one of my favorite Pokemon. And considering that RU got, what is it, Kingdra, Flygon, I think Shaman matches up so well. It's just so hard to switch into this, especially because RU lost a lot of its fire types. It lost Entei and Darmanitan. Not that Darmanitan or Entei were both ever switching to Shaman. Speaking of Entei and Darmanitan, or especially in Entei's case, not having Entei in the tier means we lose Extreme Speed, which means that a Pokemon like Venomoth is so scary. Venomoth is so ridiculously scary. I like my opponent's team a lot. I really do. 2 Chlorophyll users. This is where having Gale Wings. I might switch back and forth, but and he has a Sand Rush user too. That's so cool. I love my opponent's team. Gigalith is just a great lead though. I don't mind. I don't think I necessarily need to be not poison is what I'm saying. Like I could just go hard Shaman here because Shaman has no switchings. I wish I still had Psychic for this game, but I really want to talk to this guy. But then again, he could be like Specs or something like that. We're gonna make the Shaman play. It's the safest play. Make the Shaman play on a Taunt, which is great. Not only am I not burnt or poisoned or anything like that, but he also... I would have wasted a turn there and he would have been able to burn me, so... Throw off a Seed Flare. Absolutely no switchings on my opponent's part. Torkoal is not a switch into Seed Flare, especially when I have the Earth Power to round it up after. And this is also his Weather... That did so much damage. This is also his Weather Starter, or his Weather Setter. So, if I had HP Fire, I would have gone for it there. Lurantis comes out. You're contrary, though. You are contrary. I'm pretty sure I beat you 1v1. Yeah, based on that Earth Power damage, Seaflare should be able to 2-hit KO, especially after the split up drop. Well, they will 2-hit KO. I'm pretty sure I beat you 1v1, though. Because you have to Leaf Storm first, right? Alternatively, I can make the good play of going right out to Talonflame. I'll make the good play of going right out to Talonflame. Fine. Man, Weather Balled me. Good. I'm glad I made the good play. I would think Lycanroc would come out, but I still don't see a reason not to throw off a Brave Bird. Just because Lycanroc is a very, very limited switch-in that my opponent has. So, as you can see, I did 35%, so next time I knock it out at +2. Obviously, it does have a Cellar though. We're going to switch out to Gligar. This is a Stealth Rocker, though, or could be Torkoal. Either way, it's such a great switch-in because my opponent's team is incredibly grounded, so I can just click Earthquake. And if he did sack that Mon, for example, I'd be in such a good position to take him on. I am slower than this thing, but only by 2 points, so I think he's modest anyway. Even if he's timid, it doesn't matter. We can go right back on to Talonflame. Waste his Sun turns. Take the Solar Blade. That's so cool that my opponent has Solar Blade. I like that a lot. And just roost off the damage my opponent wants to do. There's no attack he could have that could actually knock me out, I'm positive. And Jellicent's going to come out, but I do have Shaman once again as a switch. And as you saw before, Lurantis was a Shaman switching, which is now so low to the point that it gets knocked out. So now Vileplume will have to come out. Very solid double on my opponent's part into Torkoal, but this isn't Earth Power for me. I'm assuming Vileplume is going to come out. And if you can't tell by my opponent's team as well, it's very, very weak to knock off at this point. So I can potentially click Scarf Knockoff and win. So Vileplume comes out. I don't want him Solar Beaming. I don't want him predicting anything. I'm actually going to make the Gigalith play just because I can get rid of the Sun. I'm assuming Sludge Bomb might come out here since it hits everything. But also if my opponent goes for Solar Beam, it takes 2 turns to charge. And it also, I think it just worked as an all-around best play. Now, I don't think my opponent actually has... I think he's Leaf Guard. I don't think he actually has the Leaf Storm. So I'm getting my rocks here. As he goes for a Z move. Oh my god. Bloom Doom, I'm gone. Alright, so I definitely messed up there. Unfortunately. I can still win this game, but it's just unfortunate that I made that play right there. I'm not going to lie. I didn't expect Bloom Doom at all. Maybe Power Her, but I'm pretty positive I would have taken that anyway. Man. Alright, well, it was an easier game. That's just a little bit less. So now, we can go out to Shaman though. How much did Earth Power do before to Shaman? It did 18% to Lurantis. I think it's a fairly safe move to throw off. I'm positive between Shaman, Gligar, and Talonflame, even Slowbro can eventually win in the back. And Vileplume is so slow that I think that Heracross outspeeds it. So, no reason not to throw off Earth Power here. It should be able to knock out Lurantis. So we got that one Mon out of the way. Torkoal could come out, but it's also going to take an Earth Power. If I were him, I would go out to Lycanroc probably. I lose Rocks though, unfortunately for me. And I lose Sand, which is huge. But I should still be good. Yeah, Torkoal comes out. Throw off another Earth Power. No real switchings on my opponent's part. In fact, getting rid of the Sand is better because now Lycanroc doesn't have that Spadef boost. So this should knock out Torkoal. Also knocks out Heliolisk. Or it doesn't knock out Heliolisk. It does enough to Heliolisk. And sacks Torkoal, so... Sand's going to be here for a while, like 7 more turns. But we're still good. Heliolisk comes out, which is really weird to have. It's Solar Power, though. Oh, man. I'm on a Solar Power. I think that Slowbro is the most expendable member of my team right now. It doesn't beat any particular Mon on my opponent's team. But I'm not sure how well Gligar would take that hit. Solar Power is really cool. I've never seen somebody actually use that. I'll throw off a Side Shock. Alright, so... I believe if I go out into my Heracross now, I should be able to knock him out with Knockoff, or at least put it in range of the Sun. So we're going to go for Knockoff here, and we're still wasting his Sun turns. I'm surprised he didn't go Vileplume to go for Sludge Bomb and Solar Beam respectively versus me, but Knockoff hits Heliolisk, it also hits Jellicent, which could be a potential switching. I think I can knock it out with the next one, actually. I don't want to risk it though. I'm going to go Shaman because Sun is still up, so Synthesis will fully recover me anyway. Yeah, Synthesis will fully recover me anyway, and or at least close to it. And I'll still be good. And he doesn't have any turns of Sun left, so Hex isn't going to do crap. Surprised my opponent threw off Hex there, of all plays. And we'll just throw off an Earth Power because it hits Vileplume for more damage. And there's only one more turn of the Sun. So I could go Talonflame here. Then I'm actually going to go Talonflame here, just because I think it's expendable. The fact that my opponent has, obviously, stuff like Lycanroc, but my opponent decided to go for Solar Beam there over Sludge Bomb, so we can click Brave Bird, knock out the Vileplume. The Sun users are gone. Heracross is looking very, very, very solid. Very solid. Lycanroc comes out. I kind of just want to click Supersonic Sky Strike just to do it. I want to see how much it does anyway. Oh, it barely misses out on the KO. As he goes right for Stone Edge and is able to knock me out. However, Heracross can come in. And I think we just click Knock Off and win the game. Get my Moxie. Is that Mon called Verlisserock? I could have knocked this out before. I knew I would have knocked it out too. I knew I would have knocked it out. Man, I'm sad. That Mon's called Verlisserock. Anyway, we'll be able to knock him out, get our Moxie, and that will allow us to knock out Heliolisk as well as knock out Lycanroc. I usually block. I usually have nicknames blocked, not for any particular reason, but I just simply do. Turns out it is Scarf Heliolisk. However, it's not going to be enough to beat Gligar at full HP with an Eviolite, as well as Shaman at near full. So it should be a good game. Let's click this knockoff. Yeah, that doesn't knock me out. That's really cool though, using solar power Heliolisk. You don't generally see that. You see Dry Skin a lot, but it makes sense why he wouldn't have it. He has, not only does he have 2 grass types that take it on. Our opponent has a scary team. Not only does he have, I feel like I said that for every battle ever since 2010, but not only does he have 2 grass types to take it on, he also has Jealousy as an immunity. So we're gonna lead off a Gigalith because it matches up well versus a Selgor, and it gives me basically a Rock Blast. Even if you want to go out to Espeon here, and if you want to go for spikes, I can always defog them away. That almost took 1 rock, so the Selgor is gone. Crawdon's an issue if it's Dragon Dance. That's a huge issue if it's Dragon Dance, good lord. I think I might have to stay in versus it, to be honest, and click Toxic. I can't risk it knocking off, or Dragon Dancing up. And it wouldn't be Lum, it could be Lum Dragon Dance, I guess. So this is where having, again, I talk about how having Gale Wings will actually work. We'll see though, because even then it could also burn. I'm gonna go for Toxic. I can't risk switching out versus a potential Dragon Dancing Crawdon, and he has no Shaman switch-ins anyway. So I'll take that turn always at the end of the day. I think that was always the best play. Always the best play. And if you didn't know why Gigalith is on the team, gives us rocks, gives us Swallow check. This is not going to take a Seed Flare well at all. What if you cuss that berry? That's not released. Haha. And your leftovers. Good, good, good. So we can knock him out the Earth Power after. Not even to risk any miss. I'm pretty sure that was Bandit Crawdon. Then again, it did crit me, so I have no idea. I have to be very careful. Very, very weak to me clicking Mega Horn with my Heracross. Is that Mega Glalie? I think that's Mega Glalie. I'll defog later when I'm able to, though. If Rotom comes in, I'm going out into my Gligar and defogging with a Spike, helping out my Shaman. I doubt Rotom would come in, though. I would think it would be Espeon or Glalie. Yep, Espeon comes out. I think I'm Spadef on this Gligar. I take that. Not well, but I take it. And we will defog away these spikes. I could also roost off, but we're going to defog away the spike. I don't want to have to deal with that with the rest of this game. That's, how much damage is that? Is that specs? That has to be specs. I'm about to calc this. What does my say? Give me this. You did 38% to me with a Psyshock. That has to be specs. You're defogging. Gligar. Or why did I even hello, give me this. Import. The fact that I'm shiny is also very, very important. Custom set. Let's see. Espeon. What is that? Choice specs. I'm gonna put Psyshock. That has to be. That did way too much to not be choice specs. Yep. Choice specs. Okay. Good to know. I think Slowbro is still the best play, even if he does have Freeze Dry. Because I at least get to scout for it. And then I get to go out into my Talonflame and not care what my opponent has. So we're going to double out. Sacking Gligar. Though it did stop Volt Switch, I think that Talonflame also has no switch-ins on my opponent's part at all. So I can just click Flare Blitz right here. I could also click Supersonic Sky Strike if I wanted to, but we're going to click Flare Blitz. Simply because it hits Crawdon. Yeah, it hits everything on his team. And we are faster than the Espeon, so I can knock it out with another Flare Blitz right here. We know it's confirmed specs, so we don't gotta worry about that mon anymore. Rotom can come out. Crawdon does come out. I guess you could go for Aqua Jet here, huh? I'm gonna go for Supersonic Sky Strike. We're gonna be able to knock out Crawdon with the Supersonic Sky Strike. Beautiful. My thought process was, because I do have Slowbro and things like that in the back, there was no way he would go for Aqua Jet. Knockoff would more than likely happen, or Dragoness or something like that. We could go for Flare Blitz here and just win with Heracross in the back. Citrus Berry, interesting. Volt Switch knocks me out, but I can win with Heracross in the back. Yeah, that should be how I'm gonna win this game. Even if my opponent manages to Volt Switch around me like 50 million times, where are you going to? You gotta go out to. You have one Pokemon left, bro. It's just these two. It is straight up just those two. And also, my thought process was, even if he Aqua Jetted me, there was a chance that I could actually burn him too. So, we'll just go for Scald here. Weaken him to the point, or even potentially burn him. And if Rotom comes out, basically, I could win by clicking Knockoff. I could win by clicking. There's a few moves I could win by clicking, but I think this is fair or safest. And again, going hair across might have been the best play because I still did have a double. I can win by clicking Stone Edge too. I don't want to though. I wanna go for Scald and just weaken him. Scald and weaken is definitely a play because I'll eat this, and also if he freezes me, I'll be fine. So we're gonna get Scald, 40%, lovely damage, lovely damage. And it will go down to Mega Horn at that range. Stone Edge also knocks it out. Do I want to risk that though? I don't think I want to risk that. Do I just want to go for close combat? I'm not sure. Mega Horn does knock it out, and also 2 KOs Rotom, but I'm messing around with action. Whatever. I don't care. And it's not Scarf Rotom confirmed, so I could just sack this thing to go out to Shaman and click C Flare and win the game. And we end up landing anyway. We're going to be able to knock it out with the +1. That's going to be a good game. So, nice. Get another game, though. We're only at 30 minutes. Okay. Probably get another game just to finish it off. Love my opponent's team. Looks very scary. I like it a lot. Bunch of threats. Bunch of huge threats. Like Nidoqueen, which destroys me. Kadabra is an awesome Pokemon as well. Very weak to Talonflame, which I also like. We're going to lead off with Gigalith. Though it doesn't give me the best lead matchup versus Nidoqueen, it gives me a better lead matchup versus this Mon and this Mon. So I want to lead off with this. Get up my rocks immediately. I'm assuming my opponent's going to want to do the same. Though I do tank Earth Power for days. Not for days, but I do tank an Earth Power, excuse me. I will be able to tank one. And these rocks up are going to be really nice for my Talonflame in the back. I'm assuming my opponent's going to go for his own rocks here, so I'm actually going to go for Earthquake just to weaken him a bit. That was definitely a Life Orb. That did so much damage. Beautiful damage. Beautiful damage. I could go Talonflame now and click Supersonic Sky Strike, to be honest. I mean, I could. Alright, definitely going for another Earth Power. Talonflame is good versus... Actually, I don't like Talonflame as much in this match. I think Heracross just wins. So I'm going to go out to Talonflame and risk the potential Sludge move there. And, yeah, we'll just... We'll just sack it. We'll just click Brave Bird. Minior shouldn't be able to take a Brave Bird plus a Supersonic Sky Strike. Hell no, nice. So, Minior's shields are going to go down, which means it cannot take the next Brave Bird. It definitely can't take the next Brave Bird. And I'm faster. So we're going to be able to knock that guy out. And we still have our Supersonic Sky Strike in the back. Sand is gone. So Talonflame actually stopped me from potentially being swept by that Mon. I'm also thinking he thinks I might be choice in some sort of way. Kadabra comes out, which is great. I'll be able to break its Sash, which I'm assuming it is. Yep. So I'm able to break its Sash, which is going to be great for Heracross in the back. In fact, Heracross gets to click Close Combat now. Hello. I'm going to be able to click Close Combat. Knock that guy out. We don't got to worry about this Mon at all. And we get our Moxie. Nidoqueen will go down to a Moxie boosted attack. Noivern comes out, which is very fair to say the least. We can go right out to Gigalith. Not only get Sandstorm and... not only get Sandstorm going around, but if that's choiced... Oh, that's Life Orb. Oh, great. That's good to know. I'll throw up a Toxic here just in case he opts to Roost or doesn't drop a Draco. Yeah, it's just Rock Blast. I think Rock Blast is better, even if he Roosts. Yeah. So it drops his Draco. It's going to be able to knock me out. However, I can now go out into... what's the best play? I think Heracross prevents my opponent from... Maybe he could Pursuit beat me. Is there a reason on the threat if I go Heracross? How much does Heracross Close Combat do to me? Let's figure this out. If Heracross Close Combat knocks it out, I'm going for it. Noivern. Close Combat does 36 to 43. Okay, so it's not enough, unfortunately. I want to go out to Shaman because Shaman can get Spadef Drop, so I can always beat down Virizion. Plus, I threaten it with Dazzling Gleam and whatnot. And he can't Roost on me, is what I'm trying to say. Like, he can't Roost on me safely. So I can knock him out with that. Even if he does knock me out, I should still be good to go win with the Close Combat. Unfortunately, my opponent does miss a Hurricane. I mean, 70% accurate. What can you expect? And Shaman's Life Orb attacks will be able to weaken my opponent's team to the point where I can just click Close Combat and win the game. So we'll just Earth Power this guy. I get a crit. As he misses Mega Horn. Oh my god. I mean, close combat won at that point, but that's just so lame. Yeah, that's lame. But close combat did win at that point from my Heracross. I do apologize though. That is very lame. There's no way that Nidoqueen lives at that range, and Scarf Heracross does win the game. So it's really unfortunate that my opponent missed that Hurricane. I think he could have made different plays, but the way I put myself in a position that I can't lose to Virizion by having Shaman in, unless it's Scarf Virizion. But even then, I don't think, yeah, definitely not. So Scarf Heracross is going to be able to clean up a close combat, which is pretty much what I was trying to go for, and that's going to be a game. So good game. Yeah, so Scarf Heracross cleaning up. Even Talonflame. Talonflame definitely put in work. Not only getting rid of Minior, which should be a Shell Smasher and beat me down, but also breaking Kadabra's Sash. Definitely making it for a late game Heracross to win. But in any case, guys, I hope you did enjoy this live. Talonflame definitely has some use. I didn't use Gale Wings, but I will be using Gale Wings in UU. I've actually faced a Gale Wings one in UU and in OU. Both have been very threatening when combined with like something like Bulu and stuff that gets rid of Pokemon like Tyranitar and Heatrance, of course Dugtrio, things like that. I think it definitely does have its use. But I do want to know your thoughts. Of course, you can leave them down below. You can also try out the team. That will be linked down below. Feel free to pick up your Beast Boost merchandise if you want. Available until March 30th, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, friends.